Bring your cup and take a seat. Fill it up, coffee, wine, or tea. Come find what you're looking for. A good pour.
Welcome back to A Good Pour. I'm Kathryn Good, your host. Today, I'm thrilled to have Kathy Graff. Kathy Graff leads the Family Resource Center for Sumner County Schools, where she quietly but powerfully meets the everyday needs of students and families. From clothing and food to care and connection, she helps remove barriers so kids can show up ready to learn.
Thanks.
Is that a good description?
Thanks for having me. Yes, that's amazing.
Tell me about the Family Resource Center.
Well, I love it there. This is my 5th year, and we support all the guidance counselors in all 52 schools, and we have 7 crisis social workers that we work with. So the counselors identify the need, and they put a Google Docs form in. It comes straight to my computer. It lets me know what the child needs. We get it all together, and we send it to the school. It's very discreet. If the child can't get it home, we make sure that we get it there for them. So, they have dignity and everything, but anything as far as clothes, shoes, brand new underwear, brand new socks, hygiene products. We've been able to do cleaning products now, thanks to our partnership with Community Resource Center in Nashville. And we do food. We do monthly food and weekly food. And so we just try to meet whatever need that's going on at the time. We do a lot of resources for housing and motel stays, work really close with Keisha Ray, Kenny Vento. Yes. So lots of stuff.
How did it's through the school system?
Yes, ma'am.
You don't have to say ma'am.
So sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I know it's a habit. We're on the same age, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, I worked. So I'm at the Board of Education.
Okay.
I'm in the old junior high school building where the archives are.
And so how did this start?
It started in the 90s. Wanda Kirby was the first director. And then years later, Mike Shelton came on board, and I'm their 3rd director.
Okay.
So once Mr. Shelton retired, I worked at Howard Elementary, and I heard he was retiring, and I went to Miss Swaffer, and I said, I would like to try for the job. I want to serve the community, and it is a serving position through and through. I'm not in my little Howard bubble anymore. It's countywide, but I just want to take care of these kids. That's my ultimate goal. I know what it's like to be this child, so I just want to take care of them.
How much has it grown and changed in the last 5 years for you?
Well, there's 2 full-time folks there now, me and Jennifer Chenoweth. When I started, I was part-time. So Mr. Shelton had been 25 hours a week, and I came in and I was 28 hours a week. And we have just grown. After my first year there, I became full-time. And then a couple of years later, we got another full-time person. We've seen the numbers go from, 250 students a year to 400 a year to 800 a year. And now we're over 1,000 that we've helped. Technically, since August 1st, we've helped about 1,400 kids because we do a big back to school bash. So kids can come in and get free back to school clothing and shoes. And it is such a fun day. And we did 370 on August 1st. And I have an amazing team. Like the social workers were there. My bosses were there. And we just had such a fun, wonderful day of letting these kids shop.
Yeah.
And all of our clothes come from the community. They're all gently used, donated. Sometimes they're brand new. We go through everything. We have volunteers come in. If I wouldn't put it on my kids, I'm not going to put it on someone else's kids. I really want them to feel great in what they're wearing, because for me, if they feel good at school, they're going to do good. And if they're taken care of and they know that the school is doing that, they feel loved, then they want to come to school. I don't even want them to know it comes from me. I want them to think it came from the school.
Yeah.
So that's my ultimate goal, is for the kids just to feel good in what they have on, and food and hygiene products, daily necessities that we all will take for granted. I want them to have.
Yeah.
So
talk about, this is diverse ages, diverse school systems.
Yes.
It's at every school,
Every
every age.
my eyes have been wide open because, again, I was in my Howard bubble for so long. It is in every school, and every town, and some, more than others, but there's needs everywhere.
Yeah.
There is.
So you work very closely with guidance counselors. So
Yes.
talk about the role that guidance counselors play.
Well, they are the backbone of our schools, I think. I mean, they are full of resources. They're full of knowledge. They do counseling. They wear so many hats. I love supporting them. So they take care of the kids. They feed them every day. We have guidance counselors with master's degrees that are washing other people's clothes. I'll just never forget my first year at the Family Resource Center. I was working with a guidance counselor at Schaefer, and I was just blown away at her washing somebody's clothes and folding them up and making sure they had something clean to put on every day. It just floored me. I was like, wow, So they do so much more than what folks know that they do behind the scenes, washing clothes, making sure kids are fed, It truly is amazing.
Yeah.
It is. And I absolutely love supporting them. I'm their support system, and I love it.
Yeah. I love that too.
Yeah.
You're a good person to do it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Why do you have this passion for this?
I grew up in poverty. My mom was a single parent, and my dad was not in my life at all. And, thankfully I had my grandma until second grade. But she did the best she could with what she had. But I remember when you're in poverty, you move around a lot. So I'm from Franklin, Kentucky, but we moved to Scottsville. Then we moved to Gamaliel. And Gamaliel was our hardest year. And I remember the school giving me some clothes. They were the best gray corduroy pants. I'll just never forget them. I just thought I was so cool in those gray corduroy pants. And that was my sixth grade year. But that was also our hardest year. I'll just never forget, Mom getting help from food places. Our lights got turned off. I just remember that being our hardest year.
But yet the gray corduroy stood out as a piece of joy.
They did. And I'll just never forget those. For some reason, I hold those in my heart, but the school did that for me. The teacher took me and, she gave me some clothes.
Yeah.
We always had what we needed, but I'll just never forget that.
Yeah.
And, when you feel loved by your school, you feel safe and you feel taken care of. And I did have a good home life. My mama was a good mama. We were safe and taken care of, but we just didn't have everything we needed and wanted.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Thank you for sharing that.
Yes, of course. I'm proud of where I came from. I really am. It's who I am today.
Yeah. And it's part of your passion now, right?
Yeah.
What is, you're not a teacher, standard teacher schedule. I'm guessing it's year round.
Yes. I work 10 days in June and 10 days in July. So I'm a 220-day employee, and usually teachers are 200.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that is to make sure our kids have what they need through the summer.
Right. And I work really close with, community partners. So right now I've been working with Community Church in Hendersonville, just setting them up with some resources and some extra Second Harvest food bags to feed Wessington Place apartments.
Okay.
And then, of course, Shalom Zone here is amazing. They do the street feed. I encourage everyone to support them. They can reach out to the Community Church of Hendersonville if they want to support the Hendersonville cluster. Live Love Nashville is getting involved with that. I know Portland churches are doing some street feeds also. But other than that, I don't know about Westmoreland or White House at this time.
So all of those are clusters that are going to help through the summer. Is that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And of course, Shalom Zone goes out 3 days a week out in the community and hands out the food in different areas. It's amazing. And then Hendersonville, they're starting. It started like 2 years ago, but they go out into the community also and feed the children. Yeah.
So our needs are increasing.
Yes. Cost of living.
There's some, fun funds being cut. There's, food programs that are suffering. So I've heard. I don't really know all the details, but how can the community come alongside you, especially as we approach summer when these kids are not in school every day and there's not a guidance counselor really going, there's a need here. How can we help you? And then also, how can we just make sure that our eyes are open to what's going on in the community?
I would say reach out to your local food bank. Feed Sumner is amazing. They're going to be doing a lot this summer. He's going to be seeing a lot, hearing a lot. Unlimited Potential, Shalom Zone, Community Church, Live Love Nashville, all of them could use our help this summer with feeding folks. I am in the office, but we don't, we'll give out in case of emergency, but we don't do like everyday stuff.
Yeah.
So our community partners are huge in the summer and they need our support, I feel like. So that's the best way to help.
And then when it comes to donations, as people are cleaning out closets, or what is the process for helping you out directly with that sort of thing?
So I'm in the office from 8 to 4 every day, and we're at the Board of Education in the old junior high school building right by the football stadium. And so people just bring us bags of clothes every day, and we take anything that a student would wear. We don't take used undergarments or anything that doesn't fit the dress code. But if you know a student would wear it and would enjoy it, we would love to have it. And everything that we have goes free to the student and sometimes their family members if they're homeless or if they've had a fire or a flood or a disaster of some type. But everything that we have goes directly to the student.
What do you wish people knew?
I just wish people knew what the school system does for the kids. They truly love our kids. I feel like I'm proud that my kids go to Sumner County Schools because I know they're taken care of. And I wish that people knew what the community does. I feel like there's so much in this community that people are doing that folks don't realize, but the need is great. The homelessness that we've had this year is big because of rent costs. People just can't afford it. So there's a lot of things I wish people knew, but more than anything, the community does provide, and my faith is really big, and God always provides for us. I mean, I have an urgent need, and I just look up and I'm like, I know that was you, providing for us. So, just keep supporting community partners, St. Vincent de Paul, Shalom Zone, Feed Sumner, Unlimited Potential, all those places support me and help me. And I send families there all the time. So that's what I just wish everybody knew, that I truly feel like Sumner County takes care of each other. I really do. And I love to call this place my home. So.
Well, we're lucky to have people like you that pour out all of the time, year round. And, I hear your name everywhere. I think you've been recommended. Keisha Ray was on here. And I mean, I couldn't have you back to back because it's a similar message.
Right.
But I'm pretty sure you've been recommended at least 5 times. So,
well, that's an honor, and it's an honor to be here. And of course, I adore you and your family. And, I just appreciate this time and platform to tell the community thank you. And that we're going to keep serving, and we're going to just keep doing what we got to do to take care of these kids. I'll do anything I can for them. Anything.
So last question is, it is a joyous but can be sad job, I'm sure.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And you could go home and feel all the feels.
Yes.
So how do you take care of you to make sure that you can get up the next day and pour out just as much?
Well, I'm just going to stress this, my faith. I don't know what I do without God. Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. And without him, I ask him for the Holy Spirit and discernment every morning. And I know that he gets me through. And I'm proud to be able to talk about that, time with my family and my dogs. And then I watch a little TV at night, something that makes me laugh or have fun, So that's my wind down time.
Yeah.
So,
well, thank you for the joy you bring.
Thank you.
And thank you for the good work you're doing.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you.